Hello everyone, this is Power, Chief Foreign Affairs Officer for Exodus. Recently, along with the teaser trailer of their declaration of war against Exodus, Vast Contagion made a Facebook post explaining their justification for on Exodus. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of misinformation and misdirection in that post, which has undoubtedly led a number of people to the wrong conclusions. While I'm confident that any reasonable, well-informed person could dismiss the majority of that post as incorrect, I decided to post this video to explain why the claims he made in that post are incorrect, or in some cases, hypocritical. This video will be substantially longer than our Declaration of War video, but will hopefully provide some clarity to the otherwise murky waters Vast Contagion has produced in this war. I do, however, encourage people to watch this video in its entirety, as I believe it should help make it entirely clear that Vast has upheld severe double standards when looking at myself, Exodus Command, and Exodus as a whole. My first question is a simple one. What right does Vast, as a clan, have to determine what type of clan Exodus should be? When thinking of this, I can't help but remember a recent exchange I had with Vast Contagion in the community chat. Navcom had recently canceled a friendly 4v4 with Vast, and Vast members felt the need to take it to the community chat to publicly shame Navcom for failing to attend. When I pointed out that this disrespect towards Navcom was unreasonable, Vast Contagion said, and I quote, "You do Exodus, I'll do Vast." He then goes on to make this remark, but that's not really critical to this topic. Instead, I'll again ask a simple question. Why does Vast have the right to determine what type of clan Exodus should be? When I simply pointed out that publicly shaming Navcom for canceling 4v4 was unreasonable, he was quick to say I shouldn't tell Vast how to run his clan, and he then made yet another personal insult. Yet now, only a week after claiming Exodus is a great clan, he proclaims that it's collapsing and that he has the right to tell Exodus leadership what to do. A clear and undeniable double standard. That brings me to my second point. In his Facebook post, Vast demands that I and Corey IV formally resign. First, I have no idea who Corey IV is, since there is no Corey IV in Exodus. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume he means Corey VII, leader of Exodus' Maxima division. The question is simple. What right does Vast have to decide who leads Exodus? The current high command positions in Exodus were all appointed by Shaky Divine, president of Exodus. Myself and Corey were in Exodus well before Vast Contagion's previous clan, Plague, collapsed, and he joined Exodus as an NCO. Both myself and Corey have a far better understanding of what makes modern Exodus tick. Indeed, the majority of Exodus officer corps is from the I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass Exodus as a sit-on reach. What Vast Contagion appears to be ignoring is the fact that clans change. That 2016 Exodus on Halo 5 is not going to be the same clan that existed on 2015 Reach, nor does it have any intention of becoming that clan. It would be ridiculous for Exodus to demand that Vast be the same clan as Plague, even though those two clans are only a few months apart, not a full year. It appears that Vast Contagion is fully convinced that Exodus should build a time machine and become a clan it was in 2015. To build off this is a third point. What right does Vast have to lead Exodus in a direction that the president and command of Exodus do not agree with? Exodus command staff is chosen off merit. Those in command have been selected for their continued and faithful service to the clan and to its members. I've personally been in Exodus since February, well before Vast Contagion and many of his Plague members joined. Both Corey and Wagner, member of Exodus's High Command, have personally known Shaky Divine, president of Exodus, and have been in the previous clans before Exodus, dating well back into 2014. Many of the former Exodus members whom Vast Contagion is claiming know the true Exodus joined Exodus well after the majority of High Command, and even our NCO Corps. For him to claim that somehow we don't have the best interest of Exodus in mind is not only factually incorrect, it's insulting and disgusting. A final question. Did Vast Contagion start this war effort before voting with his command? We've had a growing amount of evidence that Vast Contagion has been planning this war and campaigning against Exodus for a number of weeks. He's personally encouraged Exodus members to betray their clan well before the declaration of war is issued. Now, Vast Contagion has claimed on a number of occasions that Exodus Command does not listen to its members, and has even provided a single screenshot supporting his view, mainly a screenshot from Corey, who I believe is speaking with Shaky Joker. I can't be sure of this, however, because given the screenshot, you can't tell who he was speaking to. I do find it interesting that Vast seems so offended by Exodus supposedly ignoring the opinions of its members. After all, as of Tuesday, July 26th, when Nate left Vast to become a diplomat in UGN, Vast Contagion said, and I quote, "He wouldn't be of use to us in Kuwait since we don't have a council. I'm the absolute authority in Vast." This isn't a recent development either. During his interview with Devoutable Halo back in March, when speaking about why he left Exodus to recreate Vast, he said the following.
I was interested in leading clans again because I missed the political aspect of things because I was a staff sergeant in Exodus and I couldn't really do too much politically officially, even though I still kind of did. But I missed having that position where I could actually give a final decision on things and not have to put it up to council because I'm heavily in support of dictatorship and like totalitarianism when it comes to the clans. Like, it should be led by one leader, in my opinion. Even though Navcom was ran by a council, I would never be able to operate with a with a council. I mean, I was the in Plague, it was a flood-based clan, so I was the grave mind, so I pretty much controlled everything, every aspect of the clan, and I guess I was just I was missing that, I suppose.
Yet somehow, between July 26th, when Vast said he was an absolute authority in Vast, and July 29th, when they filmed the Declaration of War video, Vast Contagion had a change of heart. He abandoned his long-held hatred of councils and turned Vast into a republic and held in-depth conversations about whether or not they were justified in declaring war against Vast. Now, I'm not going to say he's lying. I'm just saying that sounds more than slightly suspicious. In all likelihood, I'm willing to say that Vast Command, if they voted at all, were likely provided very little information or input on the matter. I have to assume that many felt that opposing this idea would have made them an outcast by default. Groupthink is a dangerous creature, and I think we've seen it here. But wait, even to guess that Vast somehow turned into a republic between July 26th and July 29th doesn't make sense. There are small problems with even this theory. On July 23rd, Shaky Joker, an individual who's now siding with Vast, said in the Exodus command chat that Vast had already been telling him secrets, a full 3 days before Vast Contagion declared himself the absolute authority in Vast. This means that, regardless of whether or not a vote has ever been taken, Vast Contagion had already been discussing with Exodus members about rebelling from the clan. Vast Contagion, as of July 23rd, had already conducted acts of war against Exodus. Finally, a few minor points. Vast claims that I personally hate raids, and that I make Exodus avoid raids because of this. Now, that's partially true. I have stated that I personally despise raids hundreds of times. This does not, however, mean that I force Exodus to avoid raids. The opposite is true. As Chief Foreign Affairs Officer for Exodus, it's my job to find and schedule raids for Exodus. Over the past 2 months, we've scheduled an average of 3 to 5 FPRs per week, roughly equal to what Vast himself has managed. I've written Exodus's ROE for raids, and the ROE which was used during the Vast and Commonwealth War. An ROE that Vast Contagion liked so much, he couldn't help but plagiarize the entire text and then use it for Vast future wars. You'll see on screen now the ROE I wrote for Vast and the MMA war on the right, and the most recent Vast war ROE on the left. Any differences between the two documents is highlighted in either red or green. As you can see, it's practically the same document. So I find it exceptionally odd that Vast Contagion would criticize me for not doing raids, while at the same time using the ROE I wrote as the official wartime ROE for Vast. Now, there is a lot more I could discuss, but I want to keep this video reasonably short. Once again, on behalf of Exodus's command and Exodus members as a whole, I would like to thank you for taking your time to watch this video, and I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me on Xbox Live or Kick. If you are a concerned member of Vast, please feel free to do the same. Thank you for your time. This is Power, out.